looking all nice too. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Thursday night with the HotdogFPV Team Chat Night.
What's
going on, everybody?
All
right, what's going on?
What's up?
Man, crazy stuff this week, right? The past week.
Dude,
I think
there's been so much.
a lot has gone down. What do you want to share? Right?
I'm over here building.
Let's just say congrats to David.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
Our Matan.
Yeah, it's
Right.
You guys didn't know Dave picked up the sponsorship from Armatan
Armatan
for doing the Armatan challenge.
The shit was a lot harder than it looked. A lot harder than it looked.
What did they make you do? What did you have to do to?
You had to fly through 3 gaps within 2 minutes on one battery as many times as you can. And to be considered for a sponsorship, you had to do it clean. And so I did 4 gaps, but 3 of them were clean. So,
dang,
hell yeah!
Yeah,
that's
What does clean mean?
no, you couldn't hit nothing. You had to go in and out unobstructed. I mean, it was really tight. I saw a lot of people's attempts, man. Most people just pinged around. They didn't even make it through.
How big were the openings?
I think the biggest opening was probably like 1.5 feet tall by 3 feet wide, and that was the handrail.
Were you diving or flying through?
Flying through it.
Oh, that's
it was 3 feet wide and about 1.5 feet tall. But the problem was each gap had shit within 4 feet of the other side, so you had to get through and then maneuver out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's super tight.
Without getting stuck on the roof.
Well, there was a dude up there who was grabbing everybody's quad who got stuck, and so he would just grab your quad and bend a prop back if you nicked it, and then put you back, and then you just had to keep going.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. That guy, and he's the other guy that
radios.
And he was the other guy that got the sponsorship too, because he did it 7 times, and 4 of them were clean. Yeah,
that's
the guy who won the he won the the $800 build. So Chris said, the winner gets $800. Doesn't matter if it's from his store or any store. Just that's your budget, $800 to build a quad, any frame, any FC, everything. And so that guy did, I think, 8 or 9 gaps, but none of them were clean. He just pinged through it, but he got through. So, but that
forced it.
Oh yeah, super.
Sometimes you got
Alex did it too, didn't he?
Yeah, but he wasn't registered, and he's already a sponsored pilot. So I don't think.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, he actually did it the best, in my opinion. His video was super clean. He did some sick power loops through some of the triangle gaps where you got a guide wire in your way, as well as another I-beam right behind it. It was disgustingly hard. Looking at it from that picture that was on the Rotor Riot, you would I was yeah, fuck yeah, I got that. That's why I signed up. And then you get in the goggles and you flap to, you're what the fuck did I sign up for?
So
yeah, you're right. You're right though. It was the shit right on the other side of the hole that messed you up.
Yeah. Because the angle that they posted, it looked like it was a clear shot. No. It was not. It totally was not. It was probably some of the tightest gaps I've ever hit. I was surprised I even made it, to be honest with you. But yeah, I got a sponsorship out of it. It became official this morning, so it was really cool.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Right? Congratulations again.
Thanks.
Sometimes you just got to hold your breath and hit them gaps.
That's exactly what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Send that.
Stingy was kind of helping people go through too, because Stingy was the one who was down there monitoring it, counting the gaps, marking it on a tally sheet. And he was telling everybody, he was all right, it's best to approach this gap at this angle so you don't have to do so much maneuvering to get out. And I was oh, cool, thanks. So if you can see my first attempt, I went at it and I was nope. So I just flipped out and I bailed. And then I came at it. I got an angle, like he said. And that's where I clipped. I made it through, but I clipped. And then I went even more at an angle, and that's when I made it clean. So his guidance really helps. It was really cool of him to say that.
Nice.
That's awesome. Very nice that he's helping people out. Rather than just sitting over there counting the gaps.
Yeah. I mean, by the time I did it, there was only 2 of us that had done it. So, and I did it like middle of the day on the first day. So I think there was only like 4 or 5 people that even qualified by the end of the event out of, I think, like 70 entries.
Oh, wow.
So
Damn.
I don't know how many people actually like flew, but there was 70 people signed up, or 40 or something like that. I don't know. It was a lot.
It was like 40 people.
How many people were at Rampage?
Probably I'd say like
couple.
200-300.
Yeah, easy.
So 200 times $200 a pop. How many pilots?
Well, that's just it. Not everybody had pilot passes. A lot of them had the voyeurs.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
I think they only sold 180 of the 200 available pilot passes. So,
it's not too
still
bad.
pretty good.
yeah, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, no, it was a great turnout. It really was.
Was there a lot of waiting to fly, or were you like busy all day, or what?
I didn't even
I
fly
worked
that
with-
much. I mean, I'm
That's
gonna
what
be
everyone's
honest.
saying, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it was more about hanging out and just chilling with everybody, which was a fucking blast. That was probably my
Yeah,
favorite
oh,
part
yeah.
was just hanging out with everybody.
You know what? Some people were all about like trying to fly as much as possible, and some people were there just like wanting to hang out.
Yeah,
So the lines weren't too bad. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone pretty much had a good time. So, I mean, I know the flight lines that I was working at, it took us a little while to get things figured out, but eventually, yeah.
that was probably the hardest part. Was that
Yeah.
the volunteers had no like real direction. They just had to kind of figure things out as things went along. But by the second day, it was all pretty much well ironed out.
Well, I mean, it's the first time they've ever really done anything like that, so
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a couple of volunteers that had done like race events, and so they started to adapt the race formula as far as getting pilots on the line. You know,
You
like
know that
so.
you have to.
Yeah, they had like rows for the channels, so the odds were like right hand and the evens were left hand, and you just put your quad in a line, and when you came up, it was your turn to fly.
Yeah. They call that open table at races.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically how they did it.
Yeah, that's cool. That's nice because it lets people that either have their quads like ready to go, they can set their shit down, and then if they, people are working on something, conveniently, I guess if you have an extra quad and you need to fix something, you can set one down, fix it real quick, and then put the one you want back up there or whatever.
Yeah, but we heard Mike Chin last week. That's not how things went down. The dude was sitting there for 9 minutes waiting for somebody to fix his shit.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, well, I mean, we also ran into issues where like people's transmitters were knocking other people out of the air, and they were set to 200, but they were really putting out like 450. And,
What's up, Spoonie?
What's up? Peek in. You can see myself coming in the corner.
You
came by to show my new radio.
Yeah, he just got his radio hydro dipped. Shit looks fucking
Oh,
badass.
was that actually yours getting dipped? That was sick as fuck.
Dude, it looks
Oh, look at that.
That is disgusting.
He had
like,
it
in
done
a good
by
way.
no fucking like dipper. Dude, like
Yeah, no, he posted those videos. I saw that shit. That shit was sick.
Here, I'll put it back up.
Hey Ben, just so you know, like we can hardly
Where-
hear you.
Where'd you get that done?
Me? Okay.
Yeah,
Is that better?
that's
Bad
a little
boys.
bit.
Where'd you get that done?
Bad Boys Illusions, and he did it in all one piece, so it's not
Yeah.
like two.
Oh, nice.
Normally you do like the front and the back at
Yep.
different
Took
times.
all the innards out and dipped it all at once.
Sweet.
Did the same thing with his goggles, so his goggles match up like all the way through.
Nice.
Nice.
Good.
I forgot to get it.
That looks really good.
What was the turnaround time?
It's open for my
Like a week, I think it took.
about $100 for the
Except
set.
he didn't give him his battery bay, so now he's got your one of the module bay
module bays.
covers.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
How much was it?
What did you pay? $100?
$100.
$100 for his
Damn.
radio.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good, actually.
It's almost not even worth the effort to try it yourself for that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dude, and he like set it up. He like showed him the film that he wanted to use, and then he like put it over black paint. He put it over white paint. He put it over gold paint. They ended up going
gold. You know, because all the films look better with certain colors.
Yeah.
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 That's cool.
Looks fucking way better than mine. Like you can't really tell because there's so many little breakup spots, but there's a few little hiccups on mine.
Yours looks
right
sick.
there.
What are you talking about?
Can't even see it from here.
Yeah. Only you noticed that, man.
I know.
You got to go back in and fill in the spots with a Sharpie.
Yeah, right. So it's
So
all
Chris,
purple?
are you using the Crossfire Micro then?
Yeah, bud.
Okay. See, I've been thinking about I love my Spectrum. In fact, I pushed it really far today. But I've been thinking about just getting the Tyrannus QX7 and doing the little mod if I have to or whatever, buying the
It's
chip.
a great radio.
It's easy. Dude, and at that point you're under $200, you know?
Yeah. Especially with their new deal, it's only like $70. So
Yeah, and they just dropped the price of receivers to what, $30-$35 or some shit?
Yeah.
I mean, if you like the way it feels, it's a great radio.
I've never actually held one.
I got the QX7 because I had flown with a buddy's X9D. And I just didn't like it. And I've flown with my buddy's Spectrum radio. I like that even more than the X9D, at least like holding it. But then I was like, fuck it. I need a new radio because at that point I was just using a FlySky radio. So I was like,
Parker said he got hit the micro for $13.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, I'll go and just buy my
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah. There you go.
You gotta hold it like I do, man.
It's all like neck on out. It's got to be all super loud.
There it is. It sounds great.
Yeah. I started off with a QX7 and I used it for the longest time, but then when I got Crossfire, I switched over to the X90 Plus.
So
I got the Hall gimbals in it last week.
Big difference.
You gotta have those.
I'm not gonna say like amazing difference. Definitely a difference.
Oh
and
yeah. Definitely well worth the $20 a piece.
Yeah, they're 20. Yeah, I got them for $20 each. You know.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you say your other gimbal had issues, so you went ahead and upgraded?
Yeah, one of my gimbals, but I honestly, at this point, I don't think it was the gimbal. I think I was just being dumb and my calibration was off because I hadn't calibrated my sticks. I started since I turned on my radio the first time.
Oh, did you guys see Bot's gimbal?
Yeah, mine was the same shit, dude.
Oh yeah, that shit was acting up. That was weird.
Then,
that shit was wild. Shoe less. Yeah.
So after about 1,500 packs, those Hall gimbals start to wear out. Ask me how I know.
Hey Derek, how do you know, bro?
Chris
I've been there a couple months ago.
Yeah, you know what though? At least it's just the gimbal though. Like it's
1,500 packs is a lot of packs though. I mean, you got your money's worth.
Yeah. No, I only replaced one. The other one I was able to tune up, and
that's by the way, that's 2 cents a flight.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
That's not bad, and that's an estimate, but I'm underestimating.
Chris is still presented.
What's up, Parker? Double A, Virgin, Gravy, Flipside.
He's looking so good tonight. So sorry about that, Chris.
Oh, you're good. You're getting high.
I'm over here making a skinny bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you building, Ben?
The BQE skinny bitch. I've got a just a little. What is this? I think a Rhinoceros. Yeah. Little PDB, and then a cheap. Yeah, all 20 by 20, and then just a basic Airbot flight controller, and then I'll use the OSD from the camera for voltage.
Yeah,
but I won't have any OSD, no Betaflight OSD or anything. But whatevs.
Yeah,
I'll be all right. I'll survive. It's a race quad, right?
Yeah.
All you need is a timer and voltage.
Dude,
Ben,
tune in
when
once.
you're traveling everywhere, how do you get stuff shipped to you?
We actually have a big problem with that.
Yeah.
I would think that would be a horrible problem.
So what do you get, a PO box every time you go somewhere for like a halfway decent amount of time, or?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay.
How it works. But in Illinois, we didn't have to since we were staying on some family member's property.
Yeah.
We just were like, hey, let us use your address. And they're like, all right. So, but no, now that we're in Lone Pine, we finally got a P.O. box. And Joe sent me some shit today.
Yeah. Shit on Monday, I think.
I sent Joe some shit today, too.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben got a set of motors.
Some of those cheapo, bold class ones.
Yeah.
I got some Primos I can send you, Joe.
Fucking buy them from you.
Chris is like, damn it, last time I'm helping you out.
Yeah, I know. He's never going to buy me those motors again.
That's what you get for doing something nice.
Uh-huh.
No good deed goes unpunished.
It never does.
In all honesty, though, that's the one thing that you're going to blow up. That's the thing that gets rated.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey, along those lines of motors, I just crushed 2 of the Drib motors yesterday. So.
Oh.
You crushed them?
The new version?
I know what kind of flying you do. You fucking just full stick it into shit. Any motor's going to break a full stick into shit.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Hey, I watched a freestyle contest this one time that Dave did.
Oh my God, here we go.
It was like 3 seconds.
Full send into the soy field.
Oh, dude,
right.
That's so funny.
Dave, don't hesitate to try out those Titan motors.
No, that's on the list. I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
Chris, I'm not really talking shit on him. I'm just kind of like joshing you a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just joshing you, bro.
I'll buy all the Primos that you guys don't want, is all I'm saying. I'll use the fuckers.
It's like, I'll take them all.
All the Primos.
Fucking lost
So
my chat.
what's Caleb been up to? I know Caleb's been working a lot.
Yeah.
Work and sickness and freezing rain and cold. Nothing good here. Nothing.
That doesn't sound awesome.
No, that does not sound awesome.
We're all trying to get out this weekend, so hopefully I can fly.
I was gonna go fly today, and then I heard a jet, and then I heard another jet, and then I heard another jet, and I was like, man, I should go look outside and see what the fuck's going on. And then I went outside, and there's like military helicopters and jets, and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't go fly today. I should probably just like kind of chill and hang out and charge my batteries.
What's the nearest Air Force base?
There was an air show in Huntington Beach today. I know that.
We're like right next to China Lake Naval Land or something. So they fly out here all the time, I guess. But I went to Stephanie's work. What's that?
That's awesome, though, to be right next to. I mean, except for when you want to fly, but
yeah. Dude, Kelly, there is a bando out here. And I am saving it for when you come out here because it is absolutely amazing. It's like a giant coal mining or salt mining plant.
That's cool.
That's exciting.
Dude, it's big. It's big, and it's got like big towers with the beams that go across. So
what you're saying is I need that long range life before I do that.
No, we can get like right up on it.
Oh, nice.
You like pull off the highway and you're like right there.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I'm down.
But the long range rig would be really nice to have when you come out here.
Yeah.
I went flying the other couple days ago, and I had a bent prop, so it came back and it was like all jello-y. But dude, the flying out here is amazing.
I'll bet.
I need to get a long range wing going.
Flying with that, that crossfire, link is just nice. Like, even if you don't fly long range, it's nice to just be able to like fly behind some fucking trees or be a building or something and not have to worry about fucking crashing because you're not line of sight anymore,
Yeah.
I still get scared when I do that, though.
Yeah, and it is scary, but, 9 times out of 10 you're good, It's when you're like behind a building in that null zone and you got a fucking antenna,
And you're going
Yeah.
straight. You're going straight in front of you, and
I
like
failed.
a football field out, it just drops.
Yeah, I failed safe a few weeks ago on Crossfire. I was like, what the fuck happened? 'Cause I was like pretty low, but it really wasn't that far. Brought my quad home and took it apart, and I had a bad antenna. Like the ground wasn't even on.
Those power lines that I flew at, what was it, yesterday? That scared the shit out of me too.
Dude, that was sick.
Dude, it's an awesome spot and it's killing me, but like you can't go anywhere near those power lines.
You got Crossfire though, right?
Yeah, I'm running Crossfire and 250 milliwatts, and I was only like maybe 200 feet away from the power lines. And you could see as I came up over it, and then I'm like kind of drifting down. Like I was trying to go through it, and then the thing just like locked up midair for like 2 seconds. I was like, whoop, better get out of there. That's why the video is only like 2 minutes long.
Well, you know what they say about people that grew up near power lines.
Oh, yeah. They like to eat paint chips.
Well, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. Oh, they're both
results the same.
Yeah.
Paint chips taste better, though.
Yeah, power lines don't taste good.
They're sweet.
Starting to explain a lot there, buddy.
What was I doing?
You ever eat paint chips? Why?
No. I used to drink out of the sewer when I was a kid, but that's it.
Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Now you understand why you guys are the way you are.
Yeah.
We're all a little bit odd for a reason, I guess.
Yeah.
Wasn't that part of the credentials of how we got chosen, Ben?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, how strange.
Normal people are boring.
Right?
Yeah, right.
They
Absolutely.
are. So this thing's going to be legit. Let me screw this top on and I'll show you guys this thing.
Yeah, screw that thing, Ben.
Screw the crap out of it.
So what did you guys do last week? Last weekend?
I had a big weekend.
You went to like see old Gravy.
Yeah, talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. Actually, all this last week and this coming weekend is huge too. Yeah, so last weekend I went out to go hang out with Gravy for the day. We hit some of his local spots. We had an awesome time. We all pushed each other real good to, you know, do some pretty good stuff. I didn't have my best flying day personally, but, you know, it was still awesome to be out there. And I don't know, I did a nice roll through a pretty tight gap at one point, so that was awesome. You know, like when you're inverted and you got the trees like right there and you're upside down, you see it.
Oh, yeah.
So
those trees were up.
cool.
You guys were flying in.
What's that?
Those trees were badass. That's kind of
that was a good spot. You know, I was at another really good spot like that. Well, yesterday when I wrecked the motors. That's why I wrecked the motors. But anyway, no, hanging out with Gravy was awesome. A lot of good spots down there. You know, what a good guy. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. I can't even tell you how much fun I had. So it was awesome. You know, and it totally changes the perspective of things because now that I've been in his house and when you see when somebody's like online and they're broadcasting, you have like no perspective of what that environment is, you know?
Yeah.
You're there and you're like, oh, I get it now. So now every time I see him online, I'll know the office and the layout and stuff. And
yeah. Well,
so
it was the same way when I came to your house, Derek.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I need to make another trip before I retire for the year.
Actually, I'm coming up. I'll be going up to Gravy's house a week from Sunday.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
It's going to be a party.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Derek's vlog or Gravy's vlog, go check them out.
Swip's got one too. Swip got
really good vlog, guys.
Yeah. All right, so that's where that started, and I might have a little bit of an announcement myself that I think is okay to mention today because everything's been finalized.
Oh yeah,
nice.
I was one of the unfortunate fools that was accepted to be a beta tester for Newbie Drone. And I can't say too much, but you know what? It's a foot in the door, and I'm glad to be there. And I will take almost any job I can in this industry to keep moving forward. And so I'm pretty psyched about that.
Well, let me ask you this:
congratulations.
So, are you going to get like parts? Or are you going to get like full builds, or can you not talk about that?
I can't talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I've seen something cool that's coming. I'm pretty excited about it. It is almost whooping season.
Dropping hints.
I mean, they've already publicly announced the product anyway. But you know, I can't get any real details or specifics other than that. So there was that. What else? This weekend is Saturday, Sunday is our final race weekend. So we got a double header both days, Saturday and Sunday. I'm pretty psyched for that. I've actually ramped things up pretty significantly, and I'm going to be taking racing much more seriously. I got a couple sweet racer builds that I'll tell you what, I'm going to show up there on Saturday, and I'm telling you, these guys in Connecticut aren't going to know what hit them. I'm definitely going to leave my stamp on that place. Well, here's my argument, though. Like, if I can be competitive with a full freestyle build with a GoPro on it, what am I going to do with racers that weigh half as much, you know, with a 45-degree tilt?
Yeah, make sure you get used to that thing first.
Yeah, you definitely got to get used to it. It's a whole new ballgame.
No worries.
I feel like the difference is, like, you're still going about the same speed. You might have a little bit more punch, you know, because your weight. But you're just going for battery time at that point, because if you're full stick for 2 minutes, you're going to kill your battery. So it just becomes like an efficiency game.
Well, I learned a long time ago racing motocross is smooth and steady is always going to do much better than fast and erratic. And even at these local races, these guys are crazy fast for a lap or a lap and a half, and they never finish. And guess what? They don't do well. You know, they place 10th, 15th, or whatever because they just keep crashing out. And that's always been my strategy is.
Doesn't matter how fast you are if you don't finish. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you can do
look at that skinny bitch
3 laps consistently.
Look at that little skinny bitch. That little skinny bitch.
Good deal.
I can picture it now with the lipo hanging behind it. Dude,
the lipo's gonna be like hanging down here as I'm going around the track. That's my specialty. As soon as I get a dangle lipo, it's like full throttle with that sucker. To see it come on.
It's like
Ben's building a quad, and I'm taking apart a brand new one.
I'm just building with what I got. I got some motors coming that some guy sent me, so I gotta have something for it.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
I was ripping my zero whoop around the outdoor today. Video coming.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
I did this build here, and then I tried to record as much of it as possible for a video I'm making, because the build is for someone in particular. And then I got to Hero 7 and decided I want to redo the video with the time-lapse feature. So I'm like half taking the thing apart, and I'm going to record me putting it all back together with the time lapse.
I thought you said you were going to do that while you did the build. You built it and then changed your mind afterwards?
Yeah, it's right here. But I recorded it, and I tried to like speed up the footage, and I think it looks like shit. So I'm like half taking it apart, and I'm going to like redo it. Just because I'm not happy with how it came out.
Whatever makes you happy, you know.
Nah, it's. I gotta make sure it's a good video.
I've redone my shots, sure.
Yeah, I'm just like unsoldering the motors from the ESCs, and I'm leaving like the ESCs attached to the flight controller. And
really, you're doing all that? Oh,
it's just soldering motors. It's like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I don't like soldering motors, but I don't have to.
Oh, nah, that's all right.
Soldering motors. I'm gonna switch gears and actually change motors on Stephanie's quad.
Ben, where'd that frame come from?
What frame?
BQE.
When you're working
the skinny bitch. It comes from BQE.io.
There it is.
And if you guys didn't see this awesome shirt,
I promised Bill at least one time on that.
At least one BQE reference.
Yep.
BQE rippers.
And so here's my new thing. Every single week, I'm going to spam Doll Prop saying that if they sponsor me, I'm going to mention them at least once on the show every time moving forward. So that's going to be my new strategy.
Don't be a piss ass.
He's gonna be another spammer.
Oh,
Just gotta
Derek,
Just got to make commercials for him.
I'll just annoy him into it. That's all.
We're gonna start calling Derek Jake.
Jordan definitely.
That's terrible. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's horrible with a W. Kelly caught that.
I get it.
Yeah, this last weekend I was in Denver. You guys didn't see? It was fun. Snowing.
I watched your edit today. It was really good.
Yeah, I watched it last night.
Snowing already.
Oh, that sucks.
Is it snowing in
Dude,
Grand
that
Junction
sucks
yet?
so bad.
Nope, it's nice here still.
Oh, is it? That's good news.
Yeah. It was a little moist, like it rained a little bit today. A little bit of snow in the mountains.
What are the temperatures like, though?
Probably a high of like 50, low of like 12. It's probably getting like 30, 35 at night right now.
That's perfect.
That's that's perfect weather.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I might backpack it, I know you're planning that trip.
Yeah, December. That's why I'm like paying
It's
attention.
gonna be colder then.
Dude, yeah, I know that. Virgin's gonna go. I gave Virgin the spot where I'm going. So he said it's like. No, he's just gonna go scout it for me because I have concerns over water. I don't feel like carrying 8 gallons of water with me.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go scout the trail for me, and if there's water on the trail, hell yeah!
Game on.
Game on. If not, then I have to pay someone to come with me and just carry our water.
You got to get a mule.
Yeah, paddle mule, dude.
What are those guys called in like the Himalayas? I need to get one of those.
Like a Sherpa.
Yeah, I need to get a Sherpa.
That's funny.
Like
So, hey, Joe.
Oh.
Hey, I was actually talking to Gravy today about doing a real Wham page on April 1st.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Nice.
And we're not kidding.
Yeah, I sent them the logo that I had done.
Okay, yeah. So that's actually when that came up.
He didn't tell me why though.
Well, he was working on an edit and he put a Rampage logo on it, and it was us 3 idiots. And I'm like, oh, you need the Wham page on there instead.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, yeah. And then we get to talking, and it's like, you know what? Like,
yeah, why not?
Right? Beginning of the year, April 1st. You couldn't ask for a better date than that.
Oh, that would be perfect. April Fool's Day for that.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, I was in the middle of driving, so I didn't really ask why. I just kind of sent it to him.
Yeah. Well, that's why.
I'm down.
Nice.
So what's up? I seen you guys we've been chatting about the GoPros with that new self-stabilization feature.
Yep.
What was it? The Hero 6 versus the 7?
Boom! Right there.
Cheater.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got mine too.
That's it.
I have mixed reviews. Mixed reviews for sure.
I do too. It has its uses. It's not good all the time though.
Hey Kelly, were you able to look at that footage you shot?
So yeah, and in fact, a couple of things. One, it's like I shot 2.7K, and I went ahead and put it on wide because I was kind of going off of what Chris was talking about earlier. And so the footage, I can still see the stabilizer working at times.
Yeah.
Not as bad though when it's on the super view. But I was also shooting, so I read today, one of the guys that I shot over the winter that snowboards is sponsored by GoPro, and he was saying that when you run the hyper smooth, that you should run the ISO 1 notch higher than you normally would, because it'll allow for less blur. So
okay.
I ran it that way, and honest to God, I ran it without any stabilization on 2.7 Super View, and I think a lot of it revolves around weather and time of day that you fly. But this was like sunset. It was probably like 45 or 50 out, and the one that's not stabilized looks like way better than the stabilized 2.7.
Yeah, I
So
believe it.
I mean, as far as the 7 goes, I don't know, but I did compare today the Hero 7 on the latest firmware using 2.7K Super View with the Hyper Smooth on, and then I also tested it against a Hero 6 with the old 1.6 firmware, which if you read about the differences between a 1.6 and a 2.1, which is what they're pushing, the reviews are like, don't use the 2.1, it's terrible. And I 100% agree that the 1.6 firmware next to on the Hero 6 next to the Hyper Smooth on the Hero 7, they look like the same thing.
Huh.
So my thought is they introduced 2.1.
Where'd he
Sucks.
Oh.
And then, yeah.
Wait, back up 15 seconds and then start again. You cut out.
Oh, that's funny. So they, basically, I think that GoPro put out the newest firmware on the Hero 6 to
Son of a bitch! Same fucking
Okay, yeah.
Cuts out again.
Basically,
GoPro
basically
censoring him.
they changed the firmware to make it shittier, so people would buy the 7.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Gotcha.
So,
Can you downgrade?
you can actually get the old
Messed up.
firmware.
That's a good question, Derek. I don't know if you could do that.
Oh, you son of
What
a
is it?
bitch.
Downgrade the firmware. I hear it's not that hard to modify the firmware as it is.
Well, you can. There's a place that you can download it, and all you do is unzip it and put it on the card, and
then put it in and auto install.
Yeah, it'll just install it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That makes it easy.
I was actually looking into how those guys did the firmware for the Hero 5 Black for the 2018 Hero.
Yeah. For the one that costs like $100 or whatever, $200.
Yeah. Well, now there's not like a huge difference between the two in cost, so I don't know if it's even really worth the effort because you're talking like $20 or $30. But they're actually using the firmware is even it's Hero 5 firmware, but it is so slightly modified, it's like ridiculous. They changed maybe 12 items within the firmware to make it work. Yeah, it's nothing. It's yeah.
So it's basically just like menu items or something.
Some of the same fucking parts. They're
No, they have to trick the camera into installing that firmware because like Chris said, it is essentially the same camera. So you got to trick it into thinking it's installing the correct firmware.
I just got to say, hashtag sponsor TAC.
Yeah. Hashtag sponsor TAC. Let's get TAC sponsored. That dude is a cool guy. I met him at Rampage for the
TAC's
first
awesome.
time. TAC is awesome.
Sponsor TAC. That's funny.
Yeah, buddy.
TAC, I told you to put out a hot dog submission video. Have you done that yet?
No, he's lagging on getting sponsored. No, we've had a lot of videos come in. We haven't. I'm actually surprised at how many have been made already. We haven't made it. Yeah, just like totally recent.
I wish more people would post them to the group. So I'm calling everybody out. If you did a sponsorship video, post it to the group so we can see it. Everybody
it doesn't count. It doesn't count unless you post a link to it in the group.
And you have to tag all of us.
Right.
Yeah. I don't even know why you wouldn't post it to the group. That would be stupid not to, in my opinion.
That's part of it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw. TAC posted a video of him standing next to Mr. Steele at Rampage. He was so hammered, and he's like talking shit to Mr. Steele. It was fucking so funny.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that were hammered a lot of the time that weekend.
Oh, that word hammer.
There was a lot of fanboyism going on too.
Oh yeah, the fanboyism was pretty bad.
Bad.
It was strong.
Like I don't mind signing autographs, but I mean, don't hang around me all the time. It just gets annoying.
I couldn't get a word in edgewise around Joe, dude. So many dudes were stroking his beard.
Joe, you're just so damn cute, you know.
Oh yeah, it's got to be it.
Joke, dude. Your profile picture is.
I want to go back out to Gravy now in a couple of weeks here just to see you in person again.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
I'm hoping you're gonna wear the eye makeup too.
Yeah, if you pay him, he does. Don't tell him.
What do you guys think about the Skyliner?
I think
it's a cool frame.
I think it's practical. I don't see any major flaws with it.
I heard a lot of people talking about it being a clone or something.
That's
kind of
it's a clone of an alien.
Yeah, not really.
It's just an alien clone.
There's only so much you can do to two pieces of carbon. Like really.
Yeah.
While charging $160 for it.
Is that what they want?
Wait, is that what they was asking?
No, I don't know. I didn't see a price.
He's just making stuff up now.
I was like, Stinky was 130, and he got shit for that. But
no, but that frame is way over cost. What do you guys think of that forged carbon?
I don't know who's echoing.
That forged carbon is absolutely sick.
It's sick.
It looks so.
Oh yeah, in person it looks out of this world. It's ridiculous.
Well, I guess there's some consistency issues with it though, and so they're not going to be able to produce the frames.
Yeah,
I guess they've been withheld indefinitely right now.
Really? Is $99.
Yeah. Now they're looking for a solution, but the Stingy frame may not be available in forged carbon. As of right now, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I guess, but they're saying it's only the arms. It's not the whole thing. Like they got the top plate, but I mean, what good? The arms is where you want it the most anyway. So.
Well, yeah, if they keep snapping on you.
They made one. Why can't they make one?
But because it's wildly inconsistent, the quality of the forged carbon arms. Some of them snap like twigs, and some of them are bulletproof, and you can't ship a product if you can't predict its consistency.
That's called quality control.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just it didn't break. Send it.
Yeah.
I kind of see that though with the way that thing is laid out, because it's just a bunch of random pieces of carbon hard pressed together.
Pretty much, yeah. But supposedly it's better because it's stronger because the chunks of carbon are thicker and it weighs less because there's less resin needed to make it.
To make it harder.
Yeah, so it's stronger and lighter, but
in theory,
yeah, exactly. But if
everything in this hobby is in theory,
yeah, pretty much.
I imagine they could cherry pick, but that would just be not cost efficient. I don't know who's listening to music. But turn it up.
I can hear it too.
Turn it down, guys. Sorry.
No, dude, it was good.
He's over here jamming.
You'll see it on YouTube later, tomorrow, sometime when I find internet. When I find somebody's Wi-Fi.
We'll know what the song is tomorrow.
That's right.
Are you making a video?
I am. I'm trying.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Bando golf course.
Sweet.
Is that same spot from your last video?
That they still mow.
That's that's legit. No, I saw a video of yours here recently. Maybe it wasn't your most recent, but there was one recently where it was a Bando golf course that I saw. That looks sick as fuck.
That was just Facebook video. I was just a straight upload, no edit.
Yeah, but it's the same spot though, right?
Yeah, it's that same spot.
That's a sick spot.
It's a good spot.
This one's color graded. Looks nice.
Wow.
And it's got sponsored logos.
Oh, that's the key there.
Gotta
That's
have
right.
those.
That's right.
Got all the fancy shit.
That's right. Got all the buttons and things and
all the bells and whistles.
Bells and whistles.
I got to create an intro now that I have multiple sponsors.
Oh shit!
Everybody's
people need to
getting
send
all
me videos,
sponsored
by
up
the way.
now.
What do you guys think of my new intro with the film reel? That was Alpaca's idea.
Yep, I liked it.
She's always got good ideas.
She does.
Copper Top's the only one I've got a video from so far.
What do you need?
I keep forgetting about that.
I don't care.
The
It can
tree
be whatever
like-
you want.
Needs like 10 seconds of us.
Are you,
10
so you're,
seconds of
are you
whatever.
going to use that shit with me in the muck fucking up to my
Yes.
chest?
That was great. I loved it. That was the most disgusting water ever.
Tell me about it. I was in it.
I seen that video. I was like, that sucked.
Yeah. That was like legit no quad left behind. That was a fun day.
I would have just had to call it a loss. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I feel like it smelled. They look like it smelled bad.
It didn't though. That's the fun thing. Is it didn't
If it didn't smell bad,
bad.
I probably could have done it, but it looked like it was gross.
In all honesty, like how it went down is the battery disconnected because of a loose connection. My fault. I'm not even going to blame somebody else, right? But it did it like over the water, and because of that film on the top, it just splashed right in the middle, and it left a target where I could go find it. So I was like, "Oh,
perfect!
It's right there." I just started stripping. The guys were like, "You're gonna go in?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude! No quad left behind."
Yeah,
I'm
invested.
Fuck yeah.
Has anybody seen that video all over the place where that guy flies that tiny whoop on top of the IKEA building?
No.
Really?
I have not seen that.
That is all over my Facebook. This guy drops his quad on top of IKEA. This guy ties a string to his tiny whoop, goes up there and lands on top of it. And they pull it off the side of the building.
With a tiny whoop?
With a tiny whoop.
Okay,
Like,
share it to the group.
It couldn't have been more perfect.
I gotta
Dude,
see
that
that.
is perfect.
Wow, that's impressive.
The title of it it's on Rotor Rider somewhere, but there's no quad left behind.
Is it on Tiny Whoop's page?
I have no idea. It's I don't know. It's always on my Facebook. I'm sick of seeing it.
What's the best tool you guys have used to retrieve a quad?
Myself.
My legs and arms.
Soda bottle and paracord.
I think I'm gonna go with a water bottle filled with catfish stink bait and a spool of kite string.
So what do you do when the cap on that thing lets loose in the RV?
I didn't. I was actually at a school and I crashed on top. They had like a little shade thing. It was in Washington, and there was this like dude who was running from the cops who was hanging out watching me fly, and he was like, "Let's do this, man. Let's like get some shit and get it down." And like he was all down to help. So we came up with the catfish bait retrieval method.
Oh man, imagine if it leaked all over your quad.
Well, it was more kind of like pellets than the ooey gooey peanut butter stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that peanut buttery stuff is pretty nasty.
Oh, I was thinking of like the liquid in the jar. You know what I mean? Like they make the, I don't know.
You gotta like
mash
it in there with a stick and then pull it out.
No, they make like those pellets. I don't know. I don't fish. I haven't held a fishing rod since I was 14 years old. But it's they put those like bait pellets in that liquid. Yeah. And it smells like rotten death. That's what I thought of when you said catfish.
Rotten death. I like it.
Yeah. But apparently fish like really stinky things.
They do, dude. They want to eat that stinky shit.
Yeah, especially catfish. You can put the most disgusting shit in the water and they'll bite it.
Dude, I've actually gone fishing for catfish a lot, and I've used hot dogs a shitload.
That shit works.
Very appropriate.
Totally works.
I've caught all kinds of fish with hot dogs.
It works.
Yeah, corn kernels too. You'd be surprised what'll bite a corn kernel.
You can actually go fishing with WD-40 too.
Wait, what?
Dude, yeah.
What?
You like spray it on your bait, and it creates some like oil slick, and it brings them in. I don't know.
Wow.
Oh shit!
I don't know. I'd never
wow.
heard of it, and then I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, check it out." Bam, and he gets one. I was like, "What the fuck, bro?"
I'm gonna have to try that next time I go fishing.
Dude, it's the weirdest shit I've ever heard of. Yeah.
I wonder if you could just like spray your hand with it and go noodling in the South, and it'd be more effective.
There
Oodling.
you go.
Noodling, dude. That noodling shit's scary, man. I wouldn't want to shove my fingers and my hands in a hole, possibly get bit off by a
turtle?
freaking turtle. Yeah.
Snapping turtle.
Yeah, no, fuck
No,
that.
thank you,
You gotta poke a broom in there first, a broom handle.
dude.
You haven't been fishing since you was 14. You even know what you're talking about.
I was
I'm
gonna
just
say,
no,
I was waiting for
wait.
Caleb to chime in.
We're talking about poking turtles, not fishing. Now, poking turtles, I'm an expert at.
I've been poking turtles since I was a kid.
Oh my god.
Derek, that's your new logo. It's just a turtle getting poked by a stick.
Poking turtles.
I like turtles.
I'm changing your name in the group right now to Turtle Poker.
Thank you.
Turtle Poker FPV.
I guess. So, well, I earned my
Dude,
last
make me an
FPV.
admin so I can fuck with people and change their names, please.
Yeah.
I'm like the only guy who's not an admin.
Hey Ben, I'm gonna need
Sure.
to get you on that goggle strap, Turtle Poker FPV.
Dude, we can totally do that. We can make that happen. I know this guy who does that stuff.
Let's give a shout out to Just by Chance, dude. He just got picked up by Henry. Congrats, homie.
What is
nice.
up?
Congrats.
Bro.
John Wood.
John
fuck
Wood.
yeah.
That guy's awesome.
He's a
Yeah.
beast.
Dude, he flies like he's up there with Zane in my book.
Yeah, he definitely is a beast.
He fucking kills. Did you see his last little like clip where he went through those awning slots clean?
And I like that he uses like a little bit of B-roll in the beginning with some badass effects, you know, like badass transitions. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he spends hours on his videos. You
yeah,
can
he
tell.
put the whole thing together, you know. Like,
All right, I'm gonna email Wendy right now to have her make me a Turtle Poker logo.
yes, dude, there you go.
Turtle Poker. That is very unique, Derek.
It's you know, I feel like
I want to know what the art's gonna be.
I feel like
I don't know.
that's how a good name should come up, though. Like, is like in conversation like this, and it just randomly happens.
Yeah,
Well,
dude, it happened last night on Eugene's post. Was it GU?
Yeah.
He made an edit last night, and because he added an S to Tony Cake, but he didn't indicate where he made the S, so he's had to scrap that whole export and re-export. And then Drew came on and like had a bunch of them, but one of the options was Stony Cake, and I was like, I like Stony Cake best. And then GU was like, that sounds like an awesome fucking pilot name, and I was like, Stony Cake FPV, and everyone was like, I would totally sub that dude.
Well, if you get named by Drew, you kind of have to be.
You got to stick with it.
I seriously considered changing my name to Stony Cake just because of that, but I'm Copper Top. I'm leaving it.
You're not the only Copper Top, though, right?
Yeah.
I know.
There's another one.
There's an actual Copper Top FPV. That's why I'm Copper Top Dave on Facebook or on YouTube.
Oh,
Copper
okay.
Top Dave.
Yeah, that dude's not on Facebook though, so I got Copper Top, and he's not on Instagram either, so I got Copper Top FPV there. So,
Suck that Copper Top.
Who had it first, though?
Suck
he
it
did.
long.
I'm not even gonna lie. I won't lie. I didn't steal it from him though. I created the name, and then people were like, "Hey, I can't find you on YouTube." I'm like, "Why not?" And I went and I'm like, "Oh, oops."
That guy.
So I sent him a message, and he was like, "I don't care." I was like, "Cool, I'm keeping it then."
You're like, we'll share it. Share it. Hashtag share it.
He's like
All right,
an
Sharing
older
is
dude
caring.
in the UK.
I'm gonna hit enter.
Do it. So forceful.
Well, that's my poking finger.
Oh,
That's his turtle poking. He's been practicing poking turtles.
I told you I'm an expert.
God damn it. Strip the screw.
I know you wish you could poke turtles like Derek.
All right. Well, we'll see what we get. This could be the best $60 ever spent.
At Turtle Poker, nice. He's now Turtle Poker.
Turtle poker.
It didn't work because I'm not an admin.
This is funny watching Dave struggle over here because he's like not an admin.
Crying.
I just can't do it.
I want to fuck with you guys. You won't let me.
It's all right. We'll let
Quad
you
Thresh wants to
eventually.
know, how many fingers do you have, Derek?
He's got 8.
He's got 8.
I'm missing the thumb.
He's got 8 fingers and then 2.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You go in there with the broom handle first. No, for real, man. When I was a kid, though, we really used to catch big snappers. That's what you do. You get them to lock onto the broom handle. Serious, you get them to lock onto the broom handle. You can drag her on the front end. You grab them by the tail. You can pick them up. I told you I wasn't kidding, man.
He's a serious turtle poker.
This just keeps going.
What the hell's going on Kelly's thing? Card 2 cannot be accessed. Something.
Uh-oh. He's having HDMI issues.
Oh, wait, Ben. Gravy redacted a message. Would you like to comment on it?
No, because then he might get angry and start cursing at me and then threaten me on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I see that. What's up, Gravy? Why are you going to take that shit back? Either throw it out there or fuck off.
No takebacks, bro. This ain't grade school.
Yeah. What was that dude's name anyway?
Dickbag.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Richard Cranium II.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not going to last long.
All right, so Stephanie's got some new motors now.
Nice.
Nice.
What are they?
2205 2300s. Just basic motors. Better than the 2204 2300s that were on there.
Who made them?
These are Wolf Whoop.
Sweet Amazon specials.
It's like $30 a set. They fly.
Yeah. That's all that matters too.
Yeah. Dude, they fly, dude. Yeah.
And they can handle 5S.
Dude, yeah, they can. It's just like they're all the same motor anyways. It just depends on how the bottom of the housing is cut out. Like whether it's like solid or it has a ring around the outside or it has like a little X cut in the bottom of it.
Make sure you use 4 motor screws.
Yeah, use 4 motor screws. Ask me how I know.
Yes.
Hey, I have a question on this fucking 4S through 6S shit though, right? So I know the ESC can only handle a certain input voltage, and so they usually limit the type of battery you can put on there. But I saw some motors that were advertised like 2 to 4S, 3 to 4S. Like I didn't think the motors mattered except for KV rating. You didn't want a higher KV with a higher
the bearings.
It's
the
more like
bearings
an
can handle it or
efficiency
not.
thing for that.
Mike Chin said this. So when I won that TBS Oblivion, on the box it says 4 to 6S, right?
Yeah.
But it comes with 2205, 2300s. So I was like, okay, yeah, I could, maybe run 6S. I was running on 5S and I was getting desyncs. And I was like, what the fuck? So one time I asked Mike Chin what the fuck was up, and he's like, oh, the power cube is rated for 6S, but the motors are only rated for 4S. And I was like, that's kind of misleading. If you send a fucking quad and it says 4 to 6S on it, you think it's going to take 4 to 6S.
Yeah, all the components should definitely handle 6S, but why would a motor limit that?
I don't know.
Is what
maybe it was the tune.
No.
But sometimes that matters. Like a lot of guys that run 4S.
What about capacitors?
Gravy just said bearings also.
There's a capacitor on.
Yeah, but the bearings is only going to matter for longevity. It's not going to stop it from spinning.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would cost.
So technically, any motor can run on 5 or 6S. I think there's more that comes into play with that, and a lot of that has to do with ESC desync, not even necessarily the motor. I think you should have put some caps on that thing and see what happens.
Well, should have raised the idle speed. That's what everybody's saying on Facebook.
It had a cap on each, because it had the power cube on it, and each
they have caps, right?
Has a cap on it already. That's why I was like, I'll fucking throw 5S through it,
Yeah,
this
I mean, motor RPM could be a
problem. You end up selling that thing anyway, Chris?
Yep.
Didn't you take the receiver out and then sell it?
Yep, like Crossfire. Well, Stanicus was flying one, when I was in Denver this weekend. He's got one, and, like the whole body is very strong, it's not going to break. But what is going to break is the canopy where it screws on. Those, like, crest nuts, like, totally pop out.
Oh.
Like, it's not going to break, the frame, but other parts are going to break. There's got to be a weak point somewhere. That's where, like, I don't mind breaking it up, especially that they're $4,
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
It's like it's barely more than a set of props.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I also, before we started the show, I almost got this other 5 as fuck done.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dang. Omnibus F4 with crossfire.
You running that top mount now?
No, it's going to be bottom mount, and then it's doubled up top plate, and then I'm going to put a GoPro mount on it.
Nice.
So it'll be bottom mount with the GoPro on top.
Hell yeah. Long range rig.
Yeah, long-ish range rig, yeah.
Nice.
David, I
Hopefully-
just want to say thank you for trying to score me those long antennas.
Dude, like you were the first person I thought of, and then I was like, oh wait, Spoonie. Oh wait, Virgin. Hurry up, guys.
I was the one who told her to make them.
I know, and I was trying to get you them.
Funny thing is, so Frank got a set, and then Buttery FPV got a set. So Buttery's gonna send me one.
Right on.
Yeah.
I knew Frank got one. He chimed in like almost immediately after I tagged you.
Yeah. But I never even got an option. I just saw she just posted a picture and never a link. I was like looking on the website repeatedly, and I never saw him. So I was like, fuck. Normally I'll be like on my right about that time. I'm usually on my Facebook, but I wasn't. I was like watching TV or something. I was like, I'll check my Facebook, and I'm like, oh fuck.
She kind of did you dirty there, man.
Yeah, I know. Well, now she knows that they're fucking the hot items. She's gonna make them. She said they're gonna be back in a couple weeks.
Right on.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, it looks like it has surpassed our hour time slot. I would like a time slot. Said slot. I want to thank everybody for coming out and joining us while I'm building all these BQE things. Hopefully this will take 6-inch props. These are the 5 as fuck arms on the skinny bitch.
Nice.
And it'll be long range. This thing in long range would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I want to say thanks to all the guys on the team for another awesome Thursday night. Yep. And we will see everyone again next week.
7,
same time,
6,
same channel.
5, 4,
Uh-oh.
1.
Bye.